Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. We've got our liner, our fabric, our plumbing, our aqua blocks, lights. Colin, where's the pump? Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ralph with Pondscapes out in Mesa, Arizona, along with Colin. Okay, guys, what we are working on this project is a pondless waterfall that's going to go right here. You are not going to believe this transformation. Actually, here is a photo of the original water feature. Now, this water feature was demoed by our homeowners, and we're coming in with a blank canvas. We've got a bunch of aqua blocks, we've got a bunch of plumbing, and we've got a bunch of lights. What we're gonna do is get digging on this. Our goal today is to get the guts of this system in. What we are doing is building right up against this wall right here. Now, this wall is totally grouted. And what we want to do is take these rolls of root barrier. We also call them moisture barrier. But since this wall is structurally sound because it's got a park in the back, we're going to roll these out and then take our dirt and put our dirt up against that wall. That way moisture from the dirt over time doesn't come up and pass through the dirt into that wall and show up on the other side. These guys are going to protect the finish of that wall. Now, what we have is about 15 feet from here to here, and that old water feature, like I said, got wiped away, and we are going to put our aqua blocks right in this vicinity. We're going to do some pavers cut up to the edge of our rockwork that finishes off that stream. What I love about this particular project is the viewing areas. We've got this beautiful table and chair set up here. Got the hot tub, you've got the fire pit, and lots of seating. So our homeowners, when they have guests come over, they tend to congregate out on the back patio and love listening to the sound of water. Unfortunately, the old feature that was here just wasn't cutting the mustard for them because all the maintenance that was required. Look at all these trees behind me. These are some messy trees, and with a pooling body of water, that tends to become more maintenance than enjoyment. So that's where we come in. All right, here is our layout for our guts. We've got our 10 or 12 aqua blocks in place. I've got our painted outline. Here's where our pump vault is gonna go. Now, that might receive an extension on there, and we'll go over that later as to why. But what's gonna happen is our water flow is gonna start up there and kind of go like at a diagonal angle. Roughly, this is going to be about 18 linear feet of a stream. So we've got a big wide footprint to work with. I'm really excited about that because we get to bring in some really nice sized boulders to complement this space. All right, you know we like to discuss our hurdles that we're going to have on our projects. This is the big one. Here's our machine. That is the gas line that goes to the fire pit over there. Comes from the house, goes to the pool heater. So we've got to stay clear of that. Now, what we are going to do on this is we're going to do some rock work around that back side of it to camouflage the view from in the house. So we're going to take boulders and work off of the back wall over to this the back wall of this seating area to help camouflage that guy. Rest of our hurdles, pretty minimal. We've got great access. We've got our road mats down over here just to protect the homeowner's paver area coming out of that shed. But you see right out there is our trailer. So when we bring the boulders, we'll be able to drop right there and easily get them back to our workspace. There we go. We've got all of our aqua blocks in. We just had to move that pump vault back about 4 inches. So once we put everything in, we'll kiss that up to that front edge. And this gap right here, This will get backfilled once that liner is here. We'll backfill that with our quarter-minus material. But what we are gonna do now with this is lay it across the bottom. We're gonna pull everything out, lay that across the bottom. We're gonna put a thin layer in. And what that does is it helps protect that liner, because this is nice and not full of rock like what's in the native soil. Look at all that rock that's in there. So on top of shading with the quarter-minus and using our heavy-duty rock pad, this liner will be extra protected and nothing to worry about. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Okay, there is the beginnings of our boulder retaining wall to gain that elevation that we need to create that waterfall, starting right up in this area. So we've got this all set. So now that we've got that set, we started lining things out down here at the bottom. And then we will start we can sit from that position pretty easily and start working our way up and reaching where we need to reach. Biggest thing we got to pay attention to is the tail swing on the excavator. When we swing around to grab boulders, we are getting really close to the wall, and then the bucket swing right there with that gas riser. So just something that we got to be aware of, and then also reaching over this wall and not taking out this little palm tree. So no big deal. Okay guys, moving along nicely, and one problem that we're having is we are eating these boulders up, and this is not gonna last this long. So we are looking really good though, and got a couple set over here, some of these bigger rocks to come off of that wall and come along and block out that gas line. Over here on this side, we're working off of that patio. We'll pull a couple pavers out, and this void right here, we're going to put fabric down in there. That'll get backfilled with dirt. So this will be a terrestrial planting spot right there. They can run a little drip line to it and have some cool plantings right inside that space. Okay, that's how we are gonna leave it today. Looks like we are doing really good. Now, we are still going to gain about another 12 inches of elevation. So from this guy, roughly 12 additional inches will be going up. And I think we'll have another drop right here and then right here.
Hours later.
All right, guys, so this is the rock that Colin just cut the bottom 6 inches off. The reason why we did that, we wanted it to fit right there, but it was a little too tall because it rested right on top of our 3-inch line. So hit the grinder on it and then chiseled and busted about 6 inches off. Now that sits perfectly where we wanted it. Nice work. Let's go. All right, so what we've got to concentrate on now is connecting dots from here to there, and you can kind of see the path of travel of that line. On the inside of that line is kind of representing our water. We'll get these connected and get that all tightened up, and then also get this connected over here and backfill and do some bibbing work. Once this line of boulders and these boulders back here are done, then we're pretty much finished with the machine work getting over here. But then we'll back off the machine and create that line of boulders coming from here to here and then over this way, and then backfill with a bunch of dirt. I got the spillway installed, and coming right out of the back of it, we have a 2-inch 90, and it goes down about 6 inches, and that's where it converts over to the 3-inch line. And that 3-inch line just runs all the way down to that pump vault right there. All right, we're at the point to where we can still use the machine to set a couple rocks right here. We're gonna leave this spot open and do like a cobble wash down in this space. And then we can back ourselves out. The guys are working on picking a rock for this spot right here, so we can bring it out, and we'll be able to get all of this connected today. So with all that getting connected today, cross our fingers, we might be able to run this maybe tomorrow. Okay, what I've got to do here is seal up this spillway really well. And I've got a bib here, so we're gonna do our typical bibbing right in here, but I've got this extra piece. What I'm gonna do is lift up the spillway, put that underneath, and right here, this piece goes all the way through. So I want this bib all the way under, and then I've got to seal up really, really tight all of this space right here and here. This rock will go on top of our spillway. Now the goal is to completely seal all this up. Majority of our water is coming directly over this weir stone, so that's gonna take some time to get all of this tightened up.